guys, today I'm going to give you my NBA playoff 2018 predictions, and it's going to be so lit. But before I start the video, there's a bracket challenge you guys should all do if you're following the NBA. I'll leave a link in the description. It's nba.com/bracket challenge. So if you want to compete against other people and possibly win some cash or something, do the challenge. It's gonna be lit. See ya guys. So yeah, this is the link to the website. The link will be in the description. You basically just have to create an account. I created an account. I trolled the NBA, said my favorite team was the Phoenix Suns, and then there's my username. So yeah, here is the playoff bracket, which I'll get into next. Welcome to my 2018 NBA playoff predictions, where I will unfold who I think will win the NBA championship. So yeah, this year's NBA playoffs is probably one of the most interesting, actually, in my opinion. So we're gonna start with the West side. Here we have, in the first round, we have a matchup with the Houston Rockets and the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Houston Rockets won 65 games this season, which is crazy, because they passed the Golden State Warriors, and they're the first seed. They're going up against the 8th seed Minnesota Timberwolves. I think Houston will win simply because there's 3 reasons. The first reason was Houston swept the season series against Minnesota. Second reason, James Harden and CP3 are unstoppable. Like, they can easily rack up, a combined James Harden can easily score 50 points. And then CP3 can dish out like 15 assists easy. And then Timberwolves, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the Timberwolves are number 30, which is last place in 3-point shooting in the NBA. So yeah, they're gonna have a tough time dealing with James Harden and the Rockets' 3-point shooting. And then, so I'm going with the Rockets. I think they are winning in 4. Yep. So then next series is the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Utah Jazz. So the Oklahoma City Thunder is the 4th seed and the Utah Jazz are the 5th seed. I think the Thunder are gonna win because the Thunder won the season series 3-1. The Thunder have a triple-headed all-star roster in Westbrook, Paul George, and Carmelo Anthony. And who did the Utah Jazz have? Well, they're literally led by a rookie. Okay, so they have no chance. But I think that a lot of people are saying this is the most competitive series, which I think it is pretty competitive. I mean, I'm pretty sure they tied for the same record. I'm not sure on that, but I'm pretty sure they're pretty close. So I'll give Oklahoma City, but I think it'll be a close one. So I'm gonna go to 7 games. Mainly, I think OKC is gonna win it because of the home court advantage. Next series is Trailblazers versus Pelicans. So the Trailblazers are pretty OP this year. I mean, I wasn't expecting them to get 3rd seed, nor was I expecting the New Orleans Pelicans to make the playoffs. I mean, like, they did pretty garbage last year. But Boogie, which is DeMarcus Cousins, is injured right now, so the Pelicans will be playing without him. And then the Portland Trailblazers, which is the 3rd seed, have Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. And it's basically, the series is basically Damian Lillard versus Anthony Davis. But there's not that many people on the Pelicans that can stop Damian Lillard, but there's not that many people on the Trailblazers that can stop, Anthony Davis. So this is gonna be another close one. So I honestly don't know who's gonna win, and the season series was tied 2-2, so it's gonna be really close. But I'm only giving the edge to the Trailblazers because the Trailblazers have more experience, as Anthony Davis, which is the best player on the New Orleans Pelicans right now without DeMarcus Cousins. Davis has only played in 4 playoff games in his entire life, or his career, and he's lost all of them. So I'm going to give the Portland Trailblazers a 7 to seven games in 7 games. So yeah, and I don't know what happened up here, but I think I forgot to confirm result. All right. So the next, Golden State Warriors versus the San Antonio Spurs. So there's both teams have key players that are missing. So the Warriors are missing Stephen Curry, and the Spurs are missing Kawhi Leonard in the first round. So the second seeded Golden State Warriors won the NBA Finals last year, and they are probably the most overpowered team to ever play basketball. So doubting them is like doubting the best team of all time. So there's no point in doubting them. They're definitely going to win, but the San Antonio Spurs might edge 1 game off of them, but nothing more than that. So I'll give Golden State Warriors in 5. Now we are moving to the Eastern Conference, where in the first round it's the Toronto Raptors versus the Washington Wizards. And I gotta share a funny story with you. So the Washington Wizards, their star point guard John Wall tweeted that he was happy that they were versing the Raptors instead of the 76ers, which made a lot of the Raptors kind of upset, especially the Raptor fans. They were really upset about that. Sorry. Yeah, so I can see where John Wall's going with that. I mean, the Raptors are pretty garbage in the postseason, and the 76ers are pretty scary. I mean, the 76ers are on a 16-game winning streak to end the season. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, you'll be surprised what I have to say who's gonna win this series. But yeah, so I have 1 point, and that's the Raptors are allergic to the postseason, and I'm not even joking about that. Like, it took last year they got swept by the Cavs. The year before that, it took them 7 games to beat like a 7th seed when they were the 2nd seed. So they're really bad in the postseason. So, and also the Wizards are way better than the 8th seed. Like, the main reason why they got the 8th seed was because John Wall wasn't playing for like literally half the season because of an injury. And since John Wall is back, like I think the last 2 games he averaged like 29 points or something like that, pretty crazy. And then the Raptors are also gonna struggle, even against the Wizards, because John Wall and Bradley Beal in the backcourt is way better than Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. So I'm gonna have to say Washington. I know this is a pretty crazy pick, but this is what I gotta go with. I'm going Wizards in 7. And then down here it's the Cavaliers versus Indiana. I don't have to say much. It's LeBron. So yeah, sweep. And then down here, Philadelphia versus Miami. This is where it's like gonna be interesting because the 76ers are on fire right now, and if they sweep the Miami Heat, they're gonna sweep whoever wins the Boston and Milwaukee series, like guaranteed. It's not even like a competition like down here. Philadelphia is very lucky that they didn't go up there, because up there they would have versed, the Wizards or the Raptors, and that would have been a lot tougher because both of those teams are pretty good. So I'm gonna have to give the edge. I mean, I'm not even saying this is gonna be close. It's Philadelphia at 5. So then down here, it's Boston and Milwaukee. The 2nd seeded Boston Celtics did pretty good this season, but the only problem is they're missing 2 stars, and that is Kyrie Irving, which is their star point guard, and that's the main reason why they got the 2nd seed is because of him, and Gordon Hayward, who got injured in the first game of the season. So I guess that doesn't really count that much. But the outcome of this series is going to come from Brad Stevens, which is the coach of the Boston Celtics, and the Greek Freak, which is the star player for the Milwaukee Bucks. And I'm going to have to give the Celtics the edge because Brad Stevens has been in the playoffs last year, and he led them to the conference finals. And Celtics, the experience they gained throughout the season, and Terry Rozier, and Jason Tatum, and Al Horford, and Smart, they're just like a really strong team. So even though they're missing their best player, I'm gonna give them the series, but it's gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna say in 7 because the Greek Freak might do something freaky. So So we're going to go back to the West, where it's the Houston Rockets versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. So this was a rematch of last year's first round, if you don't remember. Houston has gotten a lot better because they acquired CP3. Oklahoma City is a lot better as well, as they acquired who is it? They acquired, you know, Paul George and Carmelo Anthony. But Houston, you know, Houston's just their offense is just amazing. Like, they're the best three-point shooting team other than the Golden State Warriors in the NBA. So I gotta give them the series. I think they're gonna win in 6 games. So then now down here we have the Portland Trailblazers and the Golden State Warriors. So assuming, like, according to a lot of, you know, injury updates and stuff, it's saying that Curry will be back to the Golden State Warriors in the second round, but he's going to be missing the first round. So he'll be back in the second round against the Portland Trailblazers. And this series is gonna, if Curry comes back, you know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a sweep. It's not even close. So yeah, now up here we have the Washington Wizards versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. So this is pretty interesting because the Cavaliers lost, like, they traded pretty much their entire team away this year. They lost Isaiah Thomas, they lost Derrick Rose, Jay Crowder. They basically lost a whole lot of people. So the Washington Wizards have a pretty good backcourt. However, the Cavaliers do not. But the problem is, you cannot doubt the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers have LeBron James. So I'm gonna go with Cavaliers in 5 games. I think the Wizards really, they're a pretty good team this year, but I don't know why they're the 8th seed. I think like, going back to what John Wall said, they did this on purpose. They didn't get a higher seed because they don't want to verse the 76ers. So then, speaking of the 76ers, we have the 76ers and the Boston Celtics. And the Boston Celtics are absolutely beaten up. Like, they are beaten up. Their team is, like, the 2 star players are gone. Like, the 2 best players are gone. So there's no chance. I think 76ers are going to sweep. So then Houston Rockets and Golden State Warriors in the conference finals, and then Cleveland Cavaliers and the Philadelphia 76ers in the conference finals. So these two are, both of them are very competitive. I can see both of them are probably going to go to 6 or 7 game series. So Houston Rockets versus the Golden State Warriors. If, assuming that they sweep the Portland Trailblazers here, the Golden State Warriors are no question going to beat the Houston Rockets. Just in how many games, I don't really know. But if Curry doesn't, like, go back into the lineup, the roster as well, it doesn't go back into the roster and fits back in, like the team chemistry issues and stuff like that, Houston has a chance. But assuming that he comes back in and they're as dominant as they used to be, they are going to win the series for sure. So I'm going to go with the Golden State Warriors because they're just that dominant of a team. So I think they'll win in 7 games. And then here, Cleveland Cavaliers versus the new Philadelphia 76ers. It's kind of funny because the Philadelphia 76ers didn't even get 40 wins last year, and then now they're making the conference finals. So Philadelphia versus Cleveland. A lot of people say this is Cleveland's downfall, but I don't think so. I think Cleveland is going to ride past. You know, they went 4-0 against the Indiana Pacers, 4-1 against the Wizards. They gotta win this series. But like Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, they're gonna be the next big thing in the NBA. I'm telling you, they actually are. But Cleveland Cavaliers, they have LeBron James. LeBron James, you can't doubt him, bro. If you doubt him, you're gonna lose. So I'm going with Cavs in 6 games. So, and then it's the rematch of the NBA Finals. This is what is the 4th one? So yeah, this is gonna be LeBron's 8th Finals in a row, and he's gonna come out of the East 8 times in a row as well. So Golden State versus Cleveland. I mean, Golden State, if they can beat Houston, if Golden State can beat Houston 4-3, and Golden State can definitely beat Cleveland, because I think Houston, if they went to the NBA Finals, they could easily beat Cleveland. But you know, Cleveland has LeBron James, but this Golden State Warriors team is it's a conversation like which team is better, the 1996 Bulls or the Golden State Warriors. It's like hard to tell which one's better. So I'm gonna have to give it to the Golden State Warriors. I really don't want to because I'm not a Warriors fan, but the Warriors are just this good. I think Warriors are gonna win in 6 games. So yeah, that's basically my bracket. If you guys think I messed up something, leave it in the comment section. Don't forget to do this challenge as well. I mean, this challenge is like pretty fun because like if you can see down here, you can win $1 million right there. That's crazy, like absolutely crazy. So yeah, that's basically my bracket. Yeah, so if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. See you guys. Bye.